Well, we just hiked 3 miles from the place we were staying at in Stirling to the nearest supermarket, which was interesting because they don't seem to believe in pavements around here. So that was a lot of fun. So about 3 miles to the supermarket, and I've just had the most fun I have ever had in a supermarket. We've probably been in there for a couple of hours looking at things. So the whole point of this really is to find the maximum amount of calories in the smallest amount of packaging. So basically you're buying really fattening food. And I will just show you exactly what we've bought. So here we go, a lot of bags of shopping, and it's all got to fit into this barrel next to it. That's going to be fun, isn't it? But by the time we've removed all the packaging, split things into individual portions for 5 days worth of meals and snacks, it should fit. Well, we've just been in the Appalachian Trail Conservancy headquarters in Harpers, Ferry, and we've properly registered now, and we're about to start our walk. Right, we're just in Harpers Ferry, so this is the confluence of 2 rivers, the Shenandoah, that you can see there. That's where the 2 rivers have joined up, and this is the Potomac coming in just from this side. And later on today, before we get to our first night shelter, we have got to climb this little tiny hill, which has a gain of something like 700 feet in about a mile, which ordinarily not much of an issue, but when you're carrying nearly 50 pounds on your back, 5 days food, well, we'll see. So we've just survived our 3rd night out on the Appalachian Trail. Last night we were in our tents on the campground, and when we woke up it was -1, and I've just walked up the steepest of hills after breakfast. So happy days for indigestion there, but never mind, we survived the night. The terrain is really difficult and it's absolutely exhausting. But we're still carrying on, we're still being positive. As you can see, the sun has come out today. You might be able to hear the wind as well. It's quite windy. It was really windy last night. It was a wind warning. There was also flurries of snow just as we went to bed. and yeah, we camped right underneath a whole load of trees because there was no choice. But thankfully none of them broke off, and we're still here to tell the tale. And yeah, another long day of walking. We're hoping to do 9 miles today, so that we can probably hit a town by Tuesday. Today is Saturday, and then we'll take a zero and wash our clothes and just generally regroup and swap out some gear. But all in all, it's not going too badly, considering what a rude awakening this is. Not a walk in the park, people, not at all. Well, here we are, this is day 5. We've got some lovely scenery here, and we had an epic rock climb this morning, like epic. Mike and Joy, if you're watching this, Halstein Gorge, nothing. I'll tell you, this was that on steroids, on the edge of a mountain, with boulders the size of microwave ovens, and small kitchen cabinets as well, and a sheer drop on one side. Happy days, but we survived, and yeah, so I'm thankful to be alive. And we've just seen some really nice passers-by, and I could have cried. They told me that we are nearly through Maryland. We're about 10 miles from the border with Pennsylvania, and that the rocks that we climbed this morning are the worst of it, which is just as well, because we're heading off to the next shelter for tonight, and it's probably about 4 miles away now, and there is probably no chance at all that we are going to get there before dark. So I'm glad we're not scrambling over microwave oven sized boulders to get there. So and, on the plus side as well, snow's gone, minus temperatures seem to be at bay for now, so tonight is going to be a nice warm one. And after that we're hoping to take a couple of zeros, but I'll just pan around to show you the view. Some really nice scenery here. So this is day 6. We had quite a good night's sleep at a decent shelter last night when we finally eventually got there. So after those lovely people gave us all those encouraging words yesterday, we found that we had to cross a reasonable sized river, fast flowing cold water, about 1.5 miles before our shelter and just before a steep incline. So we waded in, went through with our boots and everything else. Nobody fell over, so it was all good. Just had to empty water out of our shoes and squeeze out our socks. And then it took ages to get up the hill on the other side, and we finally got to the shelter. It was dark and we had to put up our tents in the dark, and then we'd run out of water. So on top of that, we had to walk 0.3 miles in the dark with our head torches down a very slippery slope with big boulders and rocks and things to the nearest spring. So we've just stopped for our lunch here now, day 6. We're heading to the Maryland-Pennsylvania border. This is the Penmar National State Park, and hopefully we'll hit the border soon. We crossed into Maryland just as we went over the bridge on day 1, basically. So we'll have done a whole state by the end of today, and we're going to take a couple of days break to reassess, swap out some kit, and yeah, to save our knees from completely dying, because I think rock has been lost in translation between English and American. A rock to me is something the size of my fist, and here it's kind of the size of maybe a washing machine, and a bit rocky to me as a path with a lot of those sort of fist-sized rocks on. Here a bit rocky is clambering over boulder fields of things that the size of, yes, washing machines, microwave ovens at the top of ridge lines on sheer drops. So we need a little bit of a break, but we're still here and we're carrying on. So I'll just show you the view. I've no idea where it's of, but it looks very nice anyway. There we go. I'm sure it would look better if it wasn't raining. It's been raining all day, but it's a bit of a vista there anyway.